Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my player ratings from Manchester United's 3-1 defeat to Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So I'll start with David De Gea. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. David De Gea made some big saves in the game. De Gea has been sensational this season. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Earlier on this year, he got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. And prior to the game against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last 16, first leg De Gea said, "I don't see myself away from Manchester United." This season has been his 11th season at the club, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. De Gea has made over 500 appearances in all competitions. He is our number one goalkeeper. He reclaimed that number one spot back in the summer of last year. Moving on to Diego Dalla, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he enjoyed a pretty good game. Made some good runs, got in some good positions, and he hit the post twice, so he was unlucky not to score. Dalla is our first choice right back under Rangnick, and to be fair, he has had his good games under Rangnick, but he's had his poor games as well. Dalla played last Tuesday night against Liverpool. He started on the left, but then he switched to the right. Dalla could leave Man United this summer. Last season, had a loan spell with AC Milan, and reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Manchester United brought Dalla in under the Jose Mourinho era. Man United got him from Porto. Man United paid around 19 million. His contract at Man United expires next year. Moving on to Victor Lindelof, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Lindelof did get a yellow card in the game today. I do have my reservations about Victor Lindelof. He has had his good games though at Man United, especially this season. You know, Lindelof, he's played a lot of games alongside Maguire, he's played games alongside Varane, he's played games alongside Bailly before, and he's also played alongside Phil Jones. Lindelof, he'll stay at Manchester United this year. He could possibly leave next year. Manchester United got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017, got him for £31 million. Lindelof's been at Man United for over 4 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2024. Moving on to Raphael Varane. He's going to get a 3 out of 10. He was poor today. He was at fault for Arsenal's first goal. Varane has just recently recovered from injury. Varane has had quite a few injuries since he became a Man United player. Varane Most of the time though when he plays he seems to make the difference. He is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced, he's got a good pedigree behind him. Look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. He was a long-serving player when he was at Real Madrid. He was with them around 10 years. Man United signed Varane last year from Real Madrid. Alex Telles, I'm going to give him a 2 out of 10. He was poor today. I do recall Telles having a chance in the game from long range, produced a good save from Aaron Ramsdale. And Telles also got a yellow card in the game today. Telles missed the game against Liverpool last Tuesday night. I think this season could be Telles' last season as a Man United player. I think he'll leave this summer. He's been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation before. Telles has appeared to be our first choice left back under Rangnick. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020. Got him for around 15.4 million. Moving on to Nemanja Matic, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Matic registered an assist today. It was a lovely cross from Matic to pick out Ronaldo in the 6-yard box. Matic also intercepted passes well, and he looks very composed on the ball. Matic isn't one of Man United's first choice midfielders, but despite that, he has been given his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. The other week, Matic announced he will be leaving Manchester United this summer, despite having 12 months on his contract. Matic has been at the club for over 4 years. Man United got him from Chelsea back in 2017 in a deal worth 40 million. Moving on to Scott McTominay. He's going to get a 5 out of 10. McTominay was the one that won the penalty. From my perception, I don't think McTominay is good enough to represent the club. He's still young, he's got a lot of development in him. He's been part of the club for a long time. Revert back to a couple of years ago, McTominay committed his future to the club because he signed a 5-year contract. Moving on to Bruno Fernandez, he's going to get a 3 out of 10. Bruno Fernandez missed a penalty today. He hit the post from the penalty. And his overall performance was very poor. And I think he did get a yellow card in the game. Fernandez has enjoyed a poor season. He really has. I thought Fernandez was far superior last season to how he has been this season. We haven't been able to get the best out of Fernandez since Ronaldo re-signed for the club. Earlier on this season, Fernandez signed a new contract with Man United until 2026 as an option of a further year. His wages doubled to £240,000 a week. He has been a United player for over 2 years. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Prior to the Liverpool game last Tuesday night, Fernandez got involved in a car crash. But he still played against Liverpool despite that. Anthony Elanga, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He did have a couple of good chances in the game. One of his chances produced a good save from Aaron Ramsdale. I've seen better performances by Elanga. Elanga played against Liverpool last Tuesday. I thought he was poor. But I think Elanga's done well in a lot of games since he broke into the first team squad. Elanga's been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy and that. He joined Man United's academy at the age of 12. Elanga's got a contract with the club until 2026. There's an option of a further year. Earlier on this season, Rangnick said that Elanga was close to leaving Manchester United. Earlier on this season, don't forget, Elanga got racially abused on social media following his penalty miss against Middlesbrough in the cup. I totally disagreed with him getting racially abused. Moving on to Jaden Sancho, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Pretty average performance by him today. And Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. Good performance by him today. Ronaldo scored Manchester United's goal. He should have had more than one goal because he had some good chances in the game. One of his chances went over the bar. Ronaldo, by the way, did get a yellow card today. Ronaldo missed the game against Liverpool last Tuesday night because Ronaldo announced that his baby son passed away, which was very sad. Don't forget, they did a 7-minute applause at Anfield before the Liverpool Man United game for Ronaldo. Ronaldo now has 22 goals in all competitions for Manchester United. He has over 800 goals in his career. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt. His contract expires at the club next year. There is an option to extend for a further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He receives, is it 500 or almost £500,000 a week? He has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Ronaldo has 2 hat-tricks for Man United since he re-signed. He got a hat-trick against Norwich at Old Trafford. That was his 60th hat-trick in his career. It was his second hat-trick at that point in 3 league games, and Ronaldo got a hat-trick in the 3-2 win against Tottenham earlier on this season. Ronaldo could be leaving Man United this summer. Because the other week, Erik ten Hag said that Ronaldo will not be part of his plans for next season. We brought substitutions on in the game today. We saw Marcus Rashford come on. Just give him a 5 out of 10. I think Lingard was it who came on as well. Give him a 5 out of 10. And Juan Mata came on in the game. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. So that is your player ratings for Manchester United's 3-1 defeat to Arsenal. Ralph Rangnick says that Manchester United's Champions League hopes are over. Reflecting on the loss today, Manchester United are now 6 points behind Arsenal, and I think Arsenal have a game in hand. Today, Arsenal's goals came from Nuno Tavares. He scored in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Bukayo Saka scored a penalty for Arsenal, and Granit Xhaka scored. His goal was a cracker. He scored from long range. So there were Arsenal's goals. Edward Nketiah scored for Arsenal, but the goal got ruled out. Mohamed El Neni got an assist in the game. Arsenal were missing just 2 players today. That was Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney is injured. He's good, Kieran Tierney. He's good left back. I liked Kieran Tierney when he was at Celtic. There was also missing Thomas Partey today, and Thomas Partey is a very good midfielder. Arsenal got him from Atletico Madrid. Man United, though, were missing players today. Obviously, there was no Fred. Fred's still injured. Obviously, there was no Paul Pogba. He's out with a calf injury for the season. Pogba picked up the injury in the 4-0 defeat to Liverpool at Anfield. Prior to the game today, it said Paul Pogba is unlikely to play for Man United again following his injury, and Pogba is increasingly likely to leave Man United this summer. Pogba's representatives recently spoke to Real Madrid, and Juventus and PSG have been heavily linked with Pogba. So obviously we had to play Matic and Mctominay today because there was no other option, obviously with Fred and Pogba being out. Luke Shaw, he didn't play any part today because he's still injured. It said Luke Shaw is out for the season. Luke Shaw is injury prone. And there was no Edison Cavani. Cavani is still out with injury. 2 defeats now in a row for Manchester United in the league. Lost 3-1 today to Arsenal, lost last Tuesday to Liverpool 4-0 at Anfield. Arsenal, they not so long ago had a very good win against Chelsea. They beat them 4-2 at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal's manager is Mikel Arteta. The vast majority of Arsenal fans, have been on Arteta's back, and, a lot of them have been demanding him out. Maybe Arsenal need to give Mikel Arteta time. Reflecting now on he's been at Arsenal now, he's gained some managerial experience. Obviously, he has no pedigree. Mikel Arteta got appointed in as the Arsenal manager back in December 2019, so he's been the Arsenal manager for over 2 years. He's got a contract with Arsenal until 2023, so his contract expires next year. Mikel Arteta has won the FA Cup as Arsenal manager. Well, Arsenal have won 14 FA Cups. They've won the most FA Cups. Before Arsenal, Arteta managed, well, should I say, was a coaching assistant at Man City. Before Arteta, Arsenal had Freddie Ljungberg on a temporary basis. Before then, they had Unai Emery. Arsenal ended up sacking him. And before, they had Arsene Wenger. Wenger endured 22 years as the Arsenal manager, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. Like I said on the preview and that for this game, Wenger had around 12 good years out of the 22 years he was at Arsenal. Arsenal and Man United was the most iconic fixture when we had Sir Alex Ferguson and when they had Arsene Wenger. Don't forget, back in 2004, Arsenal went unbeaten all season in the league, so obviously they were the Invincibles. Let me put into the equation that Arsenal have lost players, because back in January they lost Aubameyang. Aubameyang went to Barcelona from Arsenal. They lost the likes of David Luiz and Willian. They lost Hector Bellerin, was it last year? Pablo Mari left them. Mesut Ozil left them. About 3 or 4 years ago, was it now? They lost Oxlade-Chamberlain. So there you go. And don't forget, Man United have done transfer business with Arsenal before, because back in 2012 got Van Persie off them. Van Persie won Man United the league back in 2013. He scored around 30 goals that season for Man United, did Van Persie. And we got Alexis Sanchez off them. Sanchez was very poor when he was at Man United. We ended up letting Sanchez go to Inter Milan. Sanchez was a superb player when he was at Arsenal. Don't forget the time we got Sanchez, Arsenal got Mkhitaryan as part of the deal. And a long time ago, Arsenal got Danny Welbeck off Manchester United. Man United did beat Arsenal at Old Trafford earlier on this season 3-2. The game at the Emirates last season between these sides was 0-0. I'm hoping Eric Ten Hag can turn Manchester United around. Man United have got to get themselves out of this predicament. We have been in transition now for far too long. As you all know, Ten Hag has been appointed as the new Man United manager. He's going to replace Ralf Rangnick at the end of this season. Man United agreed to pay the compensation. It mentioned that the compensation is below 2 million. Ten Hag has signed a 3-year contract at Man United with an option of a 4th year. And I've been hearing that Ten Hag is going to get a 200 million transfer budget. There's a lot of players that Ten Hag wants to bring to Man United. He also wants to get rid of a lot of players as well, and hearing up to 12 players who'll be leaving this summer. As you all know, Michel van der Gag and Steve McLaren are set to join Ten Hag at Man United as, his coaching assistants. It said as well that Ten Hag wants to bring Robin Van Persie back to Old Trafford as part of his backroom staff. Not so long ago, it said Wayne Rooney rejected the chance to join Eric Ten Hag at Man United. Wayne Rooney is the Derby manager. Ten Hag is Manchester United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. But it will be good for Ten Hag to experience the Premier League, because he's not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire what he's done at Ajax. He's developed the young players well. He's won trophies at Ajax. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything. Drop your comments, slides below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.